What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video here in the winter season of series number 2 in Forza Horizon 5. Today, driving around in our number 34 Volkswagen Beetle currently that we unlocked in the last video. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to be jumping into our last seasonal championship on the week and looking at the festival playlist. That is going to be the Oh Deer Seasonal Cross Country Championship to get the Reindeer Antlers. Our car restrictions for this championship, it has to be a Land Rover, Range Rover, and it has to be in A class. So I've got two different vehicles set up. I've got the Land Rover that you see there, and then a newer one as well. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, I want to make sure that you guys are aware that the Forzathon shop for this week is actually rotating every day currently. So these are different than the rewards that were in there last week, or yesterday rather. So today is Friday the 24th, Christmas Eve. So this is your rewards for, or your options to buy from the Forzathon shop. The Forza Edition Fairlady Z was in there yesterday as well. So that one stayed the same, but the other 4 cars have rotated. So with that out of the way, let me go ahead and jump into our first vehicle and then we'll start up the championship. All right, so here's our first vehicle here. This is the 1973 Land Rover Range Rover. The share code for the tune that we've got on it will be up on the screen now, along with the tuner's name. But yeah, we'll see how this thing handles as we jump into this championship. Again, this is a cross-country championship, so lots of bumps coming ahead. Let's go ahead and check out those races, though. All right, so we've got a sprint, and a circuit to finish it out. Good deal. All right, our first race here is going to be the Copper Canyon Cross Country. This is one of the sprint races. And let's see how this 73 Land Rover can do. So this is definitely the cheaper of the two options. So we'll see how it handles. Obviously, I set up the other Land Rover as well, just to see, which is better or makes it easier. Because these cross-country events are definitely not very fun as they are. So they need to make, or you need as big of an advantage as you can get. So we'll see how they both do, and then I'll give you my opinion after we at least do one of the races in the other Land Rover. Looks like they are kind of taking off from us though, which is a little unfortunate. We're not going too far ahead. Did we get that checkpoint? We did not. Okay. I didn't know if I got through it or not. I was coming in way too hot. This thing has brakes for days though. That's good. We can definitely finesse around them a lot more, but it's not going to help us out too much if they've got overall speed on their side. Okay, and they just got me booted. That's not... I thought I was playing online for a second when that happened. Quite honestly, I thought we were doing the trial event. Uh-oh. Let's rewind that. The nice thing about having rewind on is you can use it in these events and not have to worry about it really. So go a little slower through here. We're halfway through this race. We're up into second, which is fine. You don't have to come in first place in all 3 of these events. I can show you how, or where you get the place in first after this. Wow, my car is really dark through that tunnel. We're gonna use the drivatar there as a guardrail of such to get around that turn a little faster. Get the brakes on into the little water section here. We are up in the first. Took a little bit of time. We are up in the first though. So it's definitely a decent tune. Again, I think it's just luck of the draw if the drivatars are going to be like absolutely crazy or not. But we are going to be able to finish first on this race. There we go. Good deal. Nice little cinematic finish in first place. So All right, so it'll bring up the leaderboard here in a second. So you can see we got 20 points for coming in first. So that's not necessarily where you need to come in first. You don't have to win every single race. If I hit continue, you can see this is the championship leaderboard, and this is where you have to be in first place at the end of the 3 races. So we've got 20 points to start out with. Maybe in one of the races I'll come in second just to show you how those points kind of break down a little bit more and how it really doesn't make you have to come in first in the 3 races. But let's go ahead and jump into that newer Range Rover and into that second race. Okay, so here is the 2015 Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR. So the share code for the tune along with the tuner's name for this tune will be up on the screen now. This thing is pushing right over 1,000 horsepower, so this thing is a monster. But we'll go ahead and see how it does here on these cross-country events in this championship. All right, so the next race is the Las Ranas cross country. So this is the other sprint race. So we'll see how this Range Rover, the newer Range Rover, can do here. All the Drivatars on my races have used nothing but this new one, so... Oh gosh. I was trying to get inside to see if I was going to see his undercarriage. Be a Too Fast, Too Furious move there. Alright, but we are already up into third, so we're doing better than we did last race. Barely getting that checkpoint there. I'm not a big fan of cross-country events. I think I'd rather just race on asphalt or dirt. I'm not a big fan of all the jumps and bumps and stuff that can throw you off so easily in these races. Like that, like, oh my gosh. It's too much, like my car is in the air more than it's on the ground. Like, chill. Alright, there we go. We got a little over, or a little, right at halfway rather, not a little over, but right at halfway on the race. We are up in front, which is always good to see. Speaking of sea, there's some water. This thing is doing a lot better in the water than the other Range Rover did. It weighs quite a bit more though, so it's not surprising. My honest opinion, I would probably use this if you've got it. The other one is the cheaper option if you're just doing it to get the points. That's probably the route I would go. But if you do buy this Range Rover, you'll more than likely be able to use it in the future for, you know, other cross-country events or stuff like that. So it may be worth the investment in the long run, but if you don't have, if you're strapped on cash right now, I would try to just stick to the older Range Rover. So, but we are going to get first place on that one, across the line with a little bit of mud on the car, and that'll get us 20 more points in that championship. We did get a 5-second lead over the Drivatars. Okay, so you can see here we got 20 more points for coming in first. We've got 40 in total on the championship now, so we're gonna head into that last race, and then what we'll do is I'm just gonna use the 2015. Actually, I'll go back to the 73 just to show that it can be used in more than one event. But what I'll do is I'll actually just come in second on purpose, just so you guys can see that you don't have to win each of the 3 races. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, here we go into the Her and Sia. Not 100% sure. This is the circuit race though for the championship. And again, we jump back into our 73 Range Rover, just to prove that it can do essentially the entirety of this event. I just shot right up on the inside there. That's crazy. Yep. Careful when you cut that corner. There's like a thing that respawns there every single lap. That will absolutely kill any bit of speed or momentum that you're carrying through there. Okay, we're up in the 4th though. I'm going to use the drivatars here as some guardrails. Use you. A little bit of a guardrail. If you do bump the drivatars, it will slow them down a little bit. It's definitely a very useful tactic on these events and the trial event. Against the drivatars, again, against the drivatars. Do not do that against actual teammates when you're doing the trial event or other players when you're racing online. So just watch your corner here. So this stuff right there can slow you down like a ton if you cut it in a little bit more, a little tighter. There's like some other little props there that will absolutely kill your speed through that corner. But we are up into 1st pretty comfortably. I say that, and the drivatars really aren't that far behind, but comfortable enough for my liking. And we're going on to the last lap. I'm gonna just try to let one of the drivatars pass me right now, just so that I can come in 2nd place. Barely on the gas right now. They don't do very good with catching up like that sometimes. Come on, I just want one of you to pass me though. Alright. Nope, just one. I mean, I can come in 3rd and still be fine, but we're gonna have a little more control over that. We're gonna come in 2nd, so. You stay back there. Okay, came in 2nd. 3rd place was trying to creep up on us though. So there you go, finished 2nd. As you can see, we got 16 points for coming in 2nd. And if I hit next, we're still going to be in 1st place on the championship because of points. So you don't have to come in 1st every single race. If I go next into the winner screen, this is just for this race, so ignore that. But if I hit continue, it's going to give us the reward for the championship, being those Reindeer Antlers. So there you go. Just a little bit more proof that you do not have to come in 1st in all 3 of the races.
The next Horizon arcade event.
But there we go. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content. But other than that, I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Merry Christmas to all that do celebrate. And we will see you in the next video.